Hi, welcome back. I'm here and you're there. Where are you? Where are you watching from? I wish we could talk. Anywho, it was quite a weekend. I have to say it was one of the best weekends we've had in a long time because nobody got sick. Let me just say it, not too loud, but we decided to do a Christmas tree, because my vet has always been telling me since we got the cats that they love Christmas trees, and I'm like, well, I was scared. Like, how do I make a Christmas tree safe? So we went to Family Dollar. They had tremendous sale. So I always wanted a white tree. So we got a white tree and we got some plastic bulbs, and I had some plastic hooks. I don't even know from what, but they are like for, to hook on the tree, and they're plastic. And so everything worked out and they love it. To the point that, they play a little bit with the little balls that are hanging lower. Like Minnie started to hit it and started to like chew on one of the little trees, but then I think she thought it was like hard because it's like wire inside. And so she was like, "No, this is hard. You can't eat this." So we had the best time putting the tree together. If I remember, I'll put some pictures of the tree after the video. And we had the best time, you guys. So it's been so long since we had something that, just went right. We went to the store, even though, it's hard for me to get out. And now it's a little bit cooler. So the AC, I turned it off and I opened the windows, and it's so nice. And I've been working on this too. See, you see the whole thing? This is a canvas, see? And it's a thin canvas, but I did the lines. I painted the background. You can tell that I painted it. See? And with acrylic paint, I let it dry. And then so I got an idea to put like a big bow on the top, and then I'm gonna put here Merry Christmas, but I'm gonna put Feliz Navidad with I have those stick-on letters. They're black. Oh, they're too far for me to grab right now, but then I'm gonna paint this. So it doesn't matter that I kind of like forgot about this brush marks right here, but since this is gonna be snow, and then I made like a little for the sky to, give myself a point of like, I'm gonna stop right here and do like a sky, and then behind him it's gonna be, I'm thinking lighter blue, because I don't want to like overpower the background. It's already like with lines. I wanted to make it look like wooden boards. And I seen that they sell a lot of this kind of like paper. So then the lines I did with a marker, and I kind of spaced it out as best as I could. It's because it's not gonna be exact, so I did like 2.5 inches, and then I just this is a problem when I do the videos during the afternoon. It's still it's getting darker now, but it's not that late. It's like 5:30 in the afternoon. There's so much noise outside, and I think you guys can hear it. I don't know if you can, but it's distracting me because I can hear all the noise from outside. So I did this tree, and I was thinking maybe, I'm not sure if I do like repeat the trees or make a little one that is a little taller. I'm not sure, but as soon as I paint it, I was gonna paint it tonight. See if I have to pick the colors. I'm very picky about not going too fast when I paint, because I want to get it to where I'm gonna like it. And then I don't know where I'm gonna put it, but I'll try to put it somewhere that everybody can see it, like it may be in the living room or something like that. And also, before I start talking too much, I received the Ivy and Bean books that I ordered. Just one thing, it drives me crazy because I'm very careful. I've always been like this since I was little. With my things are very particular. I'm just like, don't like, I like to keep my things in good condition. So the post person, he yanked this thing. Look, it came in this little thing. He stuffed it in our mailbox. And it came in a big bag, and he just kind of like folded the bag like however he wanted to. So I'm like, it was hard to get it out. I'm like, hello, I have arthritis. So that drives me crazy. I mean, you would think, whatever, it's just a box. No. Maybe I'm a little OCD or something. I don't know, but it drives me insane that people would just, like when I see people opening packages in halls and they just throw stuff like, oh, I got this shirt, and then they throw it, and I'm like, oh. I don't know if it happens to anybody else, but I'm like, gentle, people, gentle. It's just, I appreciate all the work that goes into doing things, preparing things, and maybe because I was like that since I was very little. Like everything had to be, I had always, my drawers were all put together. Like I had my rulers a certain way. Like, and then when I had kids, I had to give it up pretty much because I was like, oh my gosh, they're messy and all that. So, but now that I'm, again, empty nester, then that kind of came back like full force. Like I tell my husband, like, you don't do this right. Like if he's doing dishes and it's water everywhere, does that happen to you guys? I mean, it's like they do the dishes, but it's like, why can't you like wipe around it? No, it's like all wet. So then if I get my stomach close to it to reach for the soap or whatever, I get all wet, and I'm like, what? You couldn't wipe it? The towel is right there. Anywho, that's my rant for the day. And he's probably gonna listen to this because he listens to my stories. So I was gonna do this one unless you want me to start one of Ivy and Bean, but since you can't answer me, then I'm gonna start this one because it's I already did my Christmas tree. I know we haven't hit Thanksgiving yet, but there's nothing to do, nowhere to go. Like the lady at a Family Dollar was like, "You ruined the Christmas tree." And I'm like, what is there to do? Let's do the Christmas tree. Anywho, Judy, Moody, and Stink. Okay, this is probably gonna take a few videos. The Holly Jolidays. Okay, look at the cat. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my goodness. I love these books because they're shiny. Okay. Megan McDonald, illustrated by Peter H. Reynolds. This is... Wow, they have a lot of books. I didn't know. Whoa, look at this. Look at the list. Oh my gosh. Anywho, let's just start because if not, I will be here forever. Look at the little cat. Oh, it looks like Minnie. For my family, MM. To the family who knows how to celebrate year-round. The Doucettes of Dedham, Massachusetts. Bill, Cheryl, Alex, and Ian. I have a cousin named Ian. Okay, we got a few chapters. So let's start. Because we're already behind. Wow, look at all of that. Ooh, you can pause it and look what they're doing. They're decorating the house outside. They have a melted Frosty. Frosty the mailman. Oh, My mailman, I got something to pick with him. Stink was glued to the Weather Channel. Let me show you the picture. And there's a letter flying around. When out on the porch, he heard such a clatter, thunk, clunk. Stink sprang from the sofa to see what was the matter. Mailman, he shouted with glee. Somebody got a package. Ooh, like I did today. I love packages. Stink, I hope you didn't write more letters and order more free stuff, Judy called after him. Mom and Dad will be mad. Nope, said Stink, opening the door and running down the walk to catch the mail truck before it pulled away. He liked talking to Mr. Harvey, the mailman. Mr. Harvey had a ponytail and a dog named Pork Chop. Oh, how's Pork Chop? Stink asked. But when the mailman turned around, it wasn't the mailman at all. He did not have a ponytail. He did not look like someone who had a dog named Pork Chop. This guy had a white, fuzzy hair and smiley wrinkles. He had a white, bushy beard and hairy eyebrows. And he wore a fairy hat with the ear flaps turned up. He did not look like a mailman. Who are you? Said Stink. And where's Mr. Harvey? I'm the new guy. Oh, he looks like Santa. Look. Oh, it's such a pretty picture. He looks like Santa Claus. He's delivering the mail. The new mailman. Glad to meet you. My name's Frost. Call me Jack, said Mr. Frost, grinning and winking and raising his bushy white eyebrows. No way! You mean you're Jack Frost? For real? Like the snowman? Like the guy that paints frosty pictures on leaves and windows? That's me, said the mailman. And guess what happens when a dog bites me? What? Stink asked. I get frostbite. Oh my gosh. Oops. I'm sweating. Hang on. One moment, please. The lady's sweaty. This is what happened every time I turn on I turn it off, the AC, and I come into a room. There's not that much air because these windows are closed. Then I get really hot. Anyhow, let's get back in the story. This is very good. Where was I? Like the guy that paints frosty pictures on leaves and windows. Yeah. Okay. What? I get frostbite, Jack said, grinning. Stink howled over that one. Jack Frost handed Stink 2 more boxes. Special delivery today. This didn't fit in your mailbox. See, that's what you're supposed to do. Jeez. Are any from the North Pole? Stink shook the boxes. One was from the LL Beanery and smelled like coffee. The other one was heavy as books, but sounded like fruitcake. Sick! Probably just fruitcake, said Stink. My grandma Lou sends us one every year around the holidays. Our cat, Mouse, is the only one who eats it. Better luck next time, huh? Jack said. Hey, if you're Jack Frost, said Stink, I was wondering, do you think you could deliver snow this year? All I want for Christmas is snow. Snow, huh? Well, you never know. Might be able to arrange it for you this year. You can do that? Stink asked. For real? Jack Frost laughed and tugged at his white beard, winking and looking up at the sky. From what I could tell, there was a low-pressure system moving in. Cold front could get here as early as this weekend. Wow, said Stink. So you can predict the weather too? I've been in this line of work for a lot of years. I can feel the weather in my bones. Me too! Maybe I'm Miss Jack Frost. And I didn't know it. Oh my goodness. Now I lost it again. I had to keep my finger on it. Hang on. Right now, I can almost taste snow in the air. Jack Frost stuck out his tongue. I have a super good sniffer, says Stink. Maybe I can smell it in the air. He closed his eyes and stuck his nose up in the air. Sniff, sniff. He pictured catching snowflakes on his tongue. Sniff, sniff. He pictured a snowball fight. Sniff, sniff. He pictured a great big whooping whiteout. Yep, I think I smell it now, says Stink. Stink and Jack Frost were quiet for a minute. Together they looked up at the gloomy gray sky and sniffed the moist, damp air. It's humid in here today. My big sister says it never snows in Virginia, says Stink. My big sister says there's too much global warming. My big sister says there's like a 1,000,000,000 to 1 chance for snow this year. Your big sisters sound pretty smart, huh? She thinks so, says Stink. It could happen, said Jack Frost. One winter back in 1980, we got 13.5 inches in one day. Broke all the records. Wow, said Stink. See? You just might get your fluffy stuff after all, said Jack Frost. Think so. Feel it in your bones. Thanks, said Stink. It's a lucky I ran into you, to put in my order and everything. Well, I'm not making any promises, Jack Frost said with a wink. But I'll sure keep my fingers crossed. Cool Yule, said Stink. Stink came back inside singing. Frosty the mailman was a jolly, happy soul. Wow! You're never gonna believe. Guess who I just met? Mr. Harvey the mailman, said Judy, looking up from her list. Nope. Who's got a beard that's long and white? Must be Santa. Wrong again. Jack Frost. I just talked to Jack Frost. No lie. Really? Was the Sandman out there too? What about the Tooth Fairy? Judy laughed herself silly. Oh, she's laughing at him. She doesn't believe him. Okay. Hardy Hard Hard. That's a real name, says Stink. Ask him. Our mailman's name is Mr. Harvey, said Judy. Not anymore. There was a new guy out there, Mr. Frost, as in Jack Frost. He knows all about snow and everything. And he says I might get snow for Christmas. Stink, I hate to break it to you, but Jack Frost is invisible. Or as tiny as an elf or something. Or something, says Stink. First of all, said Judy, counting off on her fingers, you can't just see him. Jack Frost sneaks around at night or way early in the morning to make frost on windows and maple leaves. That's what I used to think, says Stink. Second, Jack Frost's not a mailman. I mean, what are the chances? Lots of people have more than one job, Stink said. Third, even if he's a mailman, he wouldn't be in Virginia. He would be in Alaska or Minnesota. I know. What are the chances that Mr. Harvey would just disappear and Jack Frost would show up right here on Croker Road this time of year? But did you ever think maybe that's why he's here? Because it's our turn to have snow. You can smell it coming. His bones told him to. So this Jack Frost character also has talking bones? Yeah, he said it. Would be no pressure to bring snow. Or low pressure, I forget. Stink, believe me, it wasn't snow here. It hasn't snowed here for 1,000,000 years. Not true, says Stink. Jack Frost said one winter it snowed 13.5 inches here one day. When was that? Asked Judy. Back in 1980. Okay, so 500,000 years. Stink, I'm telling you. You're not the weatherman, Stink told Judy. Neither is Jack Frost. He's a mailman, Stink. Judy let out a little puff of air. Wait, now you have to believe this. Now you have me believing this stuff. This is the season for believing. Oh my goodness. It's so funny. making a list and checking it twice. And because I talked for 7 minutes, I'm going to stop this one and I'm going to be right back right here, right now, and continue the story, okay? So stay tuned. Don't go anywhere because I'm going to be right here. Right here. Sweating and all. I'll see you right now, okay? Come back.